Okay, so I decided to do another video on respect and the decline of respect in society because I was going through the comments on my videos and I come across one specifically on the last video I did about this. The person clicked off right away because of the language and the fact that I swore an awful lot in it apparently, and I didn't realize that I had. And I thought about it and I went, talk about the irony of being disrespectful to the general public by using that approach and that language in a video about respect. So I've been sitting here trying to decide for a while if I should double down on this and do it again. I went, oh yeah, because it's been sitting here ever since I read that comment again at the forefront of my mind, that the noticeable absence of respect in our daily interactions, which I feel is a very crucial thing missing from society and a declining in society, and is something that does need to be discussed. It's disheartening to see that basic respect is no longer a given in our conversations. Rather than being present and engaged, people are often distracted by their phones, actively avoiding eye contact, doing anything they can to avoid it. Their focus has shifted to these little screens away from people in front of us. They want to be buried instead in this virtual world that's accessible through a screen in front of them, turning them into automatons and completely disrespecting people that are out there, which is creating a secondary problem that we have an entire generation that are lacking people skills. They don't have the soft skill there is to be in public and generally deal with someone they don't know or bump into a stranger and have a positive interaction. And another example of this shift is the decline of, as I say, the handshake. It's a simple act. And some argue that ever since the pandemic, it's that discouraged this gesture that has kind of gone by the wayside. But I believe that it's still an essential symbol of respect and connection. Even in cold weather. You remove your glove and you have a handshake signifies respect, emphasizing the importance of personal connection. We should not let the pandemic be an excuse for the loss of this meaningful and important gesture. Now, there are a lot of people say all the time, and I had it in comments, the other one is they're like, I only give respect to people who deserve respect. Well, if you've never met the person before, there's an automatic level of respect that should be given. And the simple gesture of a handshake is where that starts. If I meet you and you introduce, and you are not going to shake my hand, it shows that you have no interest in what's going on, no interest in the possible future conversation, and no interest in continuing an existence in that situation at all. And you can bye-bye, go away, get lost, and I just won't deal with you. Handshake is very important when you first meet someone. But unfortunately, along with the handshake, there just seems to be a general decline in manners. Especially among the younger generation. The ubiquity of smartphones, it's contributed to this shift, obviously. You can't deny that. With many preferring this digital communication over real-world actions and interactions, is a huge problem because you don't get the same actual connection. If you're sending an emoji or text or stuff like that, you don't even get the real feel of what somebody is saying as you do is when you shake their hand and you say hello and you look them in the eye. During a recent family gathering, we discussed how things were different when smartphones were not a part of our daily lives. And it's important to consider how we can balance our digital and in-person interactions and prioritize the latter when possible. It's really concerning to see the erosion of basic courtesies like holding doors open for others. Aggressive behavior, such as unnecessary honking, that further illustrates the decline in public decorum. I've experienced such disrespect firsthand, such as being honked at the instant the traffic light turns green. When you hear it, that person is literally sitting there staring at it with their hand on the horn. And when it turns green, they hit the horn. I had one time, it got me so aggravated. The guy did that. I threw my truck in park and I sat there until the light went red again. And he lost his mind. Then started flipping out and banging around in there. And then I went to open my door and he hit reverse and took off and ran the light. So I don't know what happened after that. But it's important that we have to recognize that, such behavior, it's not acceptable. And in that scenario I just told you about, neither was my throwing it in park. but that guy aggravated me. But it's not acceptable, and we need to strive to treat each other with the same respect and courtesy that you want to receive from others, which seems to be a huge problem because people today seem to think that disagreement means hate. It's not. That respect means that you're subservient. No, it doesn't. It just means that you're going, hey, I respect you. We're equal. We're on the same level. Let's have a conversation. Or just generally being polite. I mean, nowadays our society seems to be rushing past one another without any acknowledgement. I mean, simple greetings or an expression of thanks, I mean, they're becoming increasingly rare, contributing to the broader culture of impatience and entitlement. And it is important that we take the moment and acknowledge each other, even if it's just a simple hello, thank you, tip of the hat, nod of the chin. These little things, they can change an entire society, that little tiny bit of respect. Now, I know it's just another brief venting of my frustrations regarding the state of respect and manners in society. And it's a reminder that we should strive for kindness and patience in our interactions. I mean, we can't forget the importance of acknowledging each other with a simple hello or have a good day. But anyway, I'm going to stop right there because I think I've gone on enough. I've complained enough. I've ranted enough. And I will leave it alone at that. Until next time, have a good day, be safe, and peace out, everyone.